Oh shit, my hair.
What? What about your hair?
Go ahead.
Hi. Hey, everybody. And we're back, and it is Memorial Day.
It ain't gonna be.
Yes, it
is.
It will be Memorial. It's so we record this early, but it will be Memorial Day when this drops. So
I had to make sure my hair fit in the camera.
So happy Memorial Day.
Hi.
And I'm Micah.
I'm blind.
And this is Married with Opinions. This whole
just a big yellow blob right now.
Right.
Okay.
We got real comfortable when doing this particular episode because it's why. I mean,
it's Sunday.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is,
can't go to church.
Can't do anything. So why not be comfortable and lounging? But speaking of comfortable, again, you people on FB on Facebook, some of the most interesting topics, but also has to do with something that's been, I've just recently found out the past couple months about something that's going on about being comfortable and people doing things, making money from their home. There's this thing called OnlyFans. And I know me sounding all old and stuff like, oh, you didn't know about OnlyFans page. I'm
going to give me one.
For those people who don't know what OnlyFans pages are, it's kind of like, if you ever heard of Patreon, and even if you ain't heard of that, it's basically a website where people, for entertainment purposes, you pay them a monthly subscription to provide entertainment. The thing is with OnlyFans pages, a lot of the attention it's been getting is because it allows women to, play to nudity and
all of them
fetishes.
Yeah, all of them ain't nude. It's like porn. You don't have to fuck in every porn.
Right, but I'm getting that because there was, a lot of, or it's either nudity or some kind of fetish or something like that. It's not normally mainstream on some of these other platforms like what we're doing on YouTube here.
I mean, think about it. People get paid just to walk down a fucking walkway in a bikini.
Right.
It's something for everybody.
Exactly. So whether it's cooking, whether it's showing
I'm
off
about
your
to get
feet.
one for that. You gonna show me? I'm gonna be grilling and everything. Watch.
Nah.
Y'all can sign up for it. I'm about to set it up. And we ready to go Tuesday.
So one of the things that came up was, and I'm gonna put it on the screen here, and it shows this girl. I have no idea who she is, so whether or not this was fake or whatnot, but it brings up a very interesting question here. Girlfriend sacrificed her relationship for an OnlyFans account. Okay, but are you gonna pay my bills? So apparently she was like, screw the relationship, from what I'm reading here, because she was getting paid off OnlyFans, and apparently whoever she was with was upset about it. But she does, to me, make a valid point. Are you gonna pay my bills? Is this man or whoever she's in a relationship with gonna handle that other side? So I think, I guess if it was okay for Jay-Z and Beyonce.
What?
Jay-Z, from my understanding, when Beyonce was pregnant, it was like, hey, bro, you got to take care of that money I ain't making. What?
Beyonce was making money while she was pregnant.
I know that.
Bank.
I know that.
Even Coachella, whenever she couldn't make it when she was pregnant with them twins.
Right.
Made bank.
Right, but you get what I'm saying, though.
Jay-Z had to do shit. Jay-Z don't do a motherfucking thing. We're not even going to start on that. That was a whole other topic.
It is.
Let me tell you, because Jay-Z sit there and say his 4 bars
right.
on her songs. Let's be real. She does all the fucking heavy lifting. And then he'll come and rap and be like, yeah, my song. But that's how it ends up like that too.
But again, the question
then ain't got nothing to do with they were married. He was supposed to. This is a girlfriend boyfriend situation. You ain't obligated to take care of your person.
See, I turn around and alley-oop it and she slam dunks it.
You're not obligated to do that. I mean, I get it, but if it's something you're not, think about it on his end. Did he, was it because he just wasn't? It could be what she's doing on the OnlyFans page that he didn't like.
Could be.
Maybe. But even then, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not totally against her. And I'm not totally against him either. Because you also need certain standards in your relationships. If I was out here showing my ass and titties.
See where it goes with OnlyFans page. So, yeah, I can understand that. That's not for everybody. Not for everybody's,
yeah.
Because one of the more interesting things I had, one of the groups I had seen this in, there was a girl saying, look, my boyfriend is the one taking the pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm making pretty good. She's actually making a pretty decent salary. And when I mean decent, hell, I haven't made that kind of salary in a month she makes on doing that. She said all she does is show her feet and sometimes show up in a bikini. And dudes are paying. And the thing is can you be upset at the hustle? You can't be upset from the hustle standpoint, but like my wife said, there's standards. And it's, to me, like I said, it's a boyfriend-girlfriend situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, even then, it's just, she probably tired of that nigga anyway. Let's be real. She probably like, nigga, you ain't even worth it. Let me go ahead. Because if I wouldn't sacrifice our relationship for that thing, if, this was just a bump in the road. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But, because that's a long-term decision.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that affects your future in a way. But, shit.
Well, let's just say if it was nudes, okay? Let's just say if it was nudes. The thing is I guess there's this, some things should remain private, but then at the same time, if she's making 10, 15 grand a month, she ain't had to sleep with nobody. But I understand those pictures don't come back, but I guess a man's not wanting everybody to see what he's getting at the house.
It ain't nothing but ass and titties.
And after a certain age, if you ain't seen ass and titties,
it ain't nothing but ass and titties.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, they're a little different. One might be bigger than the other. Whatever. That goes for both ass and titties. One side might be bigger than the other.
Right.
Because Black China's looked horrible in some pictures I saw. And I was like, this bitch is really charging niggas for that lumpy ass.
And people are paying.
And it was also a thing where, this is a whole other subject, but Lovely T, I love her. I look at her YouTube, and she was talking about how a lot of the people who were too good to be on YouTube are starting to come to YouTube now, like the stars,
right?
Because they're not making no money,
right?
So they're coming to YouTube to keep a check coming, and now it's dwindling down everybody else's numbers who have been on that for the longest. Just
kind of, and it's interesting, and that's because that's where a lot of YouTubers, because of the demonetization was going on. This doesn't go off with our subject. That's why they jumped to Patreon, which is kind of the whole thing. It's like you push one person out of another area, they have to go somewhere else to do what it is to make up for it. So but those people that went to Patreon didn't leave YouTube. They just had a supplement. Right. For YouTube through Patreon. Just like these other actors are coming in now. Yeah, but that's the issue, because now, that's the thing about the OnlyFans and all that stuff. Bitch, can't you sell a video or something on your website? You know what I'm saying? Usually these things are for regular people. Get what I'm saying? I see what you're saying, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like for your regular girl next door, or the, guy down the street that just lives in the gym. Talking about YouTube.
All of it. Like most of these, platforms, not Instagram, of course.
Yeah.
But YouTube, that's where people start at to achieve bigger things, or even just to express themselves, like what we do. We just want to talk.
Yeah. So So the thing is, like I said, with the OnlyFans page and Patreon, like I said, you pay a monthly subscription. Somebody else we watched made a good point, because one of the things that OnlyFans end up catching is the fact that men are paying these women paying them to see them in whatever fetish situation or naked or whatnot, and they're like, why can't you go get free porn, on Pornhub? But he made a good point. He said, you criticize a man for simping by paying this woman to see ass and titties or whatnot you can see for free. He's like, don't you turn around and on Twitch and some of these other platforms give folks donations to niggas who folks playing video games. Mm-hmm. You still paying for entertainment. Mm-hmm. So you can't. So it's like you can't really knock the person's hustle.
Yeah, I don't be on Twitch, so I wouldn't know nothing about it.
Yeah. So I had been on Twitch.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a patron of someone.
Yeah, patron.
Yeah, and it's $5 a month, but they put out a lot of content that I would watch, and and half of the stuff they put out is only for the Patreons. So
at the end of the day, it's direct marketing.
Exactly,
it's what it is.
It's what you want.
So if
it's all about what you want, preference.
So again, if here it is, the guy is making, if this man makes, let's just say $3,000 a month, working a job or whatnot, and how what he's got to do, and his girlfriend is say making $10,000 a month just on OnlyFans. I don't know what fees or whatnot they take away or whatnot, but she's making $10,000 a month just doing OnlyFans. And he comes to her with that ultimatum. It's us or the OnlyFans.
Okay, so what about?
I'm talking girlfriend, boyfriend.
Girlfriend, boyfriend. Mm-hmm. But if you fall on hard times, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But
my mother told me a long time ago that a woman, when she's in hard times or whatnot, will do things that a man won't ever think about doing.
Of course.
To get money.
Of course.
So, that's my wife saying. There's one thing, it's hard times, but then when you do stuff in hard times, you come up with something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works. Sometimes a lot of businesses have gotten started that way. Mm-hmm. So whether so
bottled water, you got started that way. People got tired of taking a gallon in cups. It was like,
So honestly,
put it in a Coke bottle.
So for me, honestly, I don't see what's wrong with her making that statement and asking him, what are you gonna supplement my income? Are you gonna pay my bills?
Especially sounds like the sad part is there's also a Walmart down the street. I'm just saying. But it's a lot of people who like, even if you say you can't find a job, and I know some people who are used to working these big money jobs, during this time, Walmart is hiring after ass. Grocery stores hiring all. I've never seen this many now hiring signs. People also need to understand that just because it glitters, don't mean it's gold. Because you are also selling a part of yourself.
This is true. And you can't take this down. I mean, however it is, you can't take this down.
You're going to have your kids seeing this shit.
But how many people have made that sacrifice for that short amount of time and everything else to get themselves ahead? There's a lot of stuff we say we won't do for money that we won't do. But then a lot of us some people haven't been in a situation to where they've had to make that decision.
I didn't say I wouldn't do it. If I had the body, I would. Today.
If I had the body, I probably would
be paying for it.
thing is,
I ain't paying to see no nigga.
That's a whole other topic because I remember.
Is it though?
No, you know what? No, it's not because I know. No, honestly, back when I was doing some photography with for your cousin and whatnot, the fact that there are women who paid to see male strippers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just like the amount of money they had to throw out for these guys.
Yeah.
Just to see male strippers. So yeah.
But think about how often it's done. It was like a once a month thing too.
Yeah.
It's not like you can go where you can go see females every day of the damn week. The men would only come to certain towns once a month. It's a delicacy.
It is. What that also lets you know is that, it seems like, women apparently don't, at home, they don't have access to that fantasy.
It's not even that. It's a good fucking time around some
other women
doing around fantasies. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want a fantasy ain't gonna get me nowhere. Let's be real.
I mean, you make money off the fantasy.
Who making money off the fantasy? Because I ain't.
Right, I understand. It depends on which side of it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's even like the female strippers. They ain't nothing but a fantasy either. That bitch take them boobs off and go to the fucking house. Where you going? Right. But no, it's
So right now,
it's all an act.
Honestly, at the end of the day, don't turn around and knock somebody's hustle, but you also have to realize, I guess people got to do what they have to do to make money, and once they find what it is that they're using to make money, and you want to be considerate of somebody else, then you start to have to ask these questions and present these things, because it's a grown-up conversation. It's not necessarily being selfish. It's not, you have to make this decision. You got to weigh out everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not gonna ask you what I always ask you.
No, it's I mean, in the end, you do have to do what you have to do. Because sad thing is, some relationships, even marriages nowadays, are very temporary.
Right.
And it's like, am I gonna lose everything I've built up, thus far because of this when I can do this?
Right. I think without any other option, is, I mean, what I'm saying, when a person comes to you and say, it's either this or this, that ultimatum.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and maybe, like I said, maybe she was like, man, you ain't shit anyway.
Right.
Get out of my face. You still trying to trap. We need to build our credit.
Right. So I'll say this much. If you have something you can put out for entertainment purposes and get paid for it, go for it.
Because I'm going to be cooking.
Yeah.
Watch.
They do have food.
I'm about to do it now. I'm about to start it now. Let me go ahead and set up my page. They're going to see this fresh basil getting put in this pot.
Right.
That thing.
That thing.
Fresh tomatoes.
Yeah. Oh. Well, appreciate you spending this time with us. And like I said, Facebook is no shortage on the bullshit that we can find. So, thing is if you want to leave us a comment, leave a comment below. And also our email should be there. Yep. It goes this way. Whichever way. Married
WOP@gmail.com.
Yep.
Again, that's married. WOP. If you can't spell married, I don't think you need to be on YouTube or even trying to contact us.
Right.
And it's showing up. Whatever.
So again, happy Memorial Day. We do thank the veterans and people who are still currently,
even their families, because that's a sacrifice.
Yeah, that made that sacrifice for us, for the freedoms that, as they say, so many of us take for granted, in both ways, especially during this time. And they even, the freedoms to be stupid.
It's my right to not wear a mask and possibly contaminate other people. We're going to talk about that shit next.
Well, we'll see you Thursday. Whether or not we'll be wearing the same thing or not.
Probably, because I'm mad now that I done brought that shit up.
Yep, I ain't even shaved. I got the nappy ball here.
Your hair ain't even nappy when it's long. You can't even say that, white boy.
I'm white boy.
And I'm curly.
We'll see you next time.